Welcome back to the Hot Wheels Head-to-Head Racing channel. Mike here again, and you are looking at the 2023 fastest Hot Wheels so far. We recently finished off the Diecast race. 5 of those cars now in the top 10, including your current fastest Hot Wheel. The Bentley Continental GT3 put down a 1.574 in the B-Case race. 3 cars from the A-Case rounding out the top 4. And that brings us to the C-Case race, new for 2023. 8 more cars qualifying to race for the top spot. Now each match will be 2 runs down the drag strip. They'll swap lanes and the fastest time moves on. Alright, let's get it going. We call it the Excel 8 Round 1, Match 1. 43 custom 76 Greenwood Corvettes built between 1975 and 1981. They're up against the Dodge Challenger drift car. Dodge Challenger takes the first run, 1.588 on display. The Greenwood Corvette, they're going to have to pick up some speed. 1.588 is the time to beat. They will swap lanes. Dodge Challenger inside lane 1 for the second run. And the Dodge Challenger even faster on the second run, 1.583. They'll be moving on to the Fast 4 in the C-Case race, new for 2023. Up next, it's match number 2 of the Excel 8 from the HW Green Speed Collection. The solar-powered electric Rimac Navara versus the retro racer, the Mazda 787B. They're in lane 2. There's a close race for you. The Rimac Navara, they're just a little bit quicker off the line. They hold off the Mazda at the finish. 1.593 the time to beat for the Mazda. They're pulling up in lane 1 as they switch lanes for this final run of this match. The Rimac Navara makes it back-to-back wins. 1.599 on that run, advancing to the Fast 4 in the C-Case race. It was one of my favorite castings from the 2022 season. The Pagani Zonda R was in matte black. It's back in white with some black accent, up against the Ford Transit Connect. It's match 3, first round of the Excel 8. Ford Transit Connect off to a nice start. They stretch the lead. It's a 1.597 finish for the win. That is now going to be the time to beat as they swap lanes for the next run. The Pagani Zonda R is outside, lane 2 this time. And the Ford Transit Connect, too much for the Pagani Zonda R, 1.592 to a 1.612. The Ford Transit Connect is now off to the Fast 4. 1.583 is still the fastest time in the C-Case race thus far. We're at the final match in round 1. From the 80s, the Mazda Savannah RX-7 versus some Muscle Mania, the custom Ford Maverick. 3 1,000ths of a second. You gotta like close races. The Mazda Savannah RX-7 takes the first run over the custom Ford Maverick. 1.597. That's going to be the time to beat. They'll switch it up. The Mazda's going to move outside lane 2. The Ford Maverick sliding inside lane 1. Ford Maverick had to beat a 1.597. Look at that, a 1.595. That sends the Mazda packing, the custom Ford Maverick advancing to round 2. We started with 8 cars qualifying in the Excel 8. We're down to the Fast 4 in the C-Case race. It's 63 degrees indoors here at Jackson Grandpa Raceway. First up in the Fast 4 on the 1/8 scale mile drag strip, it's the HW Metro Series Dodge Challenger drift car. They'll be up against the Rimac Navara, all set in lane 2. Dodge Challenger, a rocket off the line. It shows at the finish 1.580. That is the fastest run today. The Rimac Navara, they're going to set up this time in lane 1. Dodge Challenger playing with the pedal in lane 2. They get set to do it again. And it's a 1.588 to a 1.597. Dodge Challenger shuts the door on the Rimac Navara. They're off for a chance at the top spot in the C-Case race. In the other Fast 4 matchup, the battle is on. Ford versus Ford. The Ford Transit Connect weighed in at 39 grams. They'll be in lane 1. The custom Ford Maverick, 36 grams, they get lane 2. Pretty close in weight. Let's see how this one turns out. Ford Transit across the line first. They'll take race 1 over the Ford Maverick. 1.589 the time to beat for the custom Ford Maverick to make the final. They idle ready in lane 1. Can they find enough speed? And the Ford Maverick, no competition for the Ford Transit Connect. It was a close race, but the Ford Transit has a date with the Dodge Challenger in the final. You're watching the C-Case race, the Excel 8 through the Fast Forward to the final. But first, we're going to find out who gets third place. The Remat Navara knocked off the Mazda in round 1. They lost to the Dodge Challenger in the Fast 4. They'll get lane 1 against the custom Ford Maverick, pulling up in lane 2. This should be a good one for third place. Not great times, but it is enough for the Remat Navara to take the first run, a 1.601 to a 1.608. The custom Ford Maverick finds themselves in the hole again. They'll need to beat a 1.601 for third place in the C-Case race. Look at that. They pulled it out by 1/1000th. Well, 1.6 flat to a 1.601. Unbelievable run to take third place, the custom Ford Maverick. It's been another fun ride with the C-Case race. 8 more cars battling for the top spot. Time now, though, for the final match. It was back in the Fast 4. The Dodge Challenger drift car clocked a fastest time today of 1.580. They'll match up against the Ford Transit Connect for the top spot in the C-Case race. They're all set at the start. 2 runs for a winner. Wow, that is your fastest time in the C-Case race, 1.577. The Dodge Challenger just ripped off a great first run. The Ford Transit now going to move inside lane 1. Dodge Challenger, they're smiling over in lane 2 after that one. 1.577 the time to beat. And that's going to do it. The Dodge Challenger back-to-back wins for the top spot. 1.586 on that final run. Congratulations. Here are your final results and top speeds for the C-Case race. No cars were fast enough to knock anyone off the top speed ladder today at the track, but the Dodge Challenger drift car, they were fast enough to rank number 2 in the 2023 Fastest Hot Wheels. My name is Mike, and thanks for watching the Hot Wheels Head-to-Head Racing channel. Until next time.